What's going on, Pixel Hackers? Christian Lovrecich from PixlFeed here. And in this video, I'm going to show you my secret to maximizing ad account performance. But before we get into it, you know exactly what to do. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's dive right in. So here I'm going to show you a little trick that I use to maximize performance out of my ad accounts when I'm scaling. And I'm going to show you the most underrated tool ever that most people don't use inside Facebook. So I'm going to use this account that I'm scaling as an example. So as you can see, this account here, it has 100 grand in spent, about $500,000 in sales or close to it, and a 4.29 ROAS, return on ad spend. So when I'm looking at this and you're thinking to yourself, well, the only way to scale is like new audiences. Well, that's one way. But once you're scaling, there's another way you can squeeze the most out of each ad set. So to do that, we're going to go to our account overview tool right here. And once you're in here, you're going to see your account overview. So it's going to show you your learning phase, amount spent, reach, amount spent again, impressions, link clicks. It's even going to give you a little pretty graph here where it shows you how your account is performing. So you can see right here where I started to scale, which was February. So you see the clicks go up, conversions go up, and the frequency to go down. Then the other thing you're going to see here is your demographics. So age and gender, and then your performance by the hour. And right now it's set at reach and amount spent. Then down here you have your graphical locations. Okay. So there's two ways to squeeze more out of your ad accounts. And the first one is you're going to change this to website purchases. Okay. So when it loads, you're going to see that the blue lines start to overtake the green lines at certain times of the day. Okay, that means that your purchases are higher than the amount you're spending. Every ad account is going to have a peak time during the day. So the peak time for this account, it shows us that it's between 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. Okay. So what I would do here, even though that I get some sales here at 4 p.m. and then some sprinkled throughout the rest of the night between 5 and 7, is that to maximize the most here, I will create a rule based on my initiate checkout numbers. This is why you got to know all your metrics. So I want to go behind the intent of somebody purchasing my product or taking action. So if I know that my cost per checkout, it's an average of $5 during the peak time, I will set off a cutoff rule, a kill rule at $6 or $7 to give it a little bit of room to keep going. But if it goes over that, it kills my ad set. Therefore, I will maximize my return on ad spend because I'm killing anything that's over that. And it's very important that you looked at this in lifetime. Or you can do 30 days if you're spending more than 20 grand in a month. 20,000 or over, you can do 30 days. If not, make sure you do lifetime so you get the right metrics. So that's what I would do during the peak times. And then I will have a secondary rule on different ad sets that will give it more leniency, meaning that I will give it, if I know that my max I'm willing to pay for any shade for checkout is 10, I will set it at 8. So anything over 8, I will tell it to kill because that will let the rule keep going for the rest of the day to catch these sprinkled sales and then kill when everything drops off right here. Because the biggest mistake that I see people making is that they set a rule for cost per purchase. And what happens is that you get this performance here and then it cuts off all your ad sets. So you're not catching the tail end of sales right here. You're cutting off your ad sets before you give them a chance to get some more sales at the end of the day. That's one way to do it. The second way to do it is you can day part your ad sets. What does that mean? You can actually set rules for your ad sets where they only run certain times of the day. So if I know that no one is buying between 3 a.m. and 4 a.m., I will shut them off. I mean, there's people buying at 1 a.m. and 2 a.m. here. That's probably people from the West Coast. But what I would do, if you have tons and tons and tons of ad sets, you can actually set the rule to turn the ad sets on at 6 a.m. to give them a chance to ramp up and then kill them at 10 a.m. So you can only run ads during these super peak times if you want and kill the rest of the day. That's if you want to get super granular with it. So that's the two ways that I would do this. So you can do, only run from 6 a.m. to 11 a.m. and then turn them back on at 2 p.m. and cut them off at 7 p.m. So those ad sets only run during those times. So that's those two ways to do it there. Another thing that I look at, it's obviously you want to look at your demographics. So, you know, Facebook has gotten pretty good about running their ads, you know, openly, where if you cut off the ages, your costs are gonna go up. So I don't recommend doing that anymore. But, you know, you can try doing, you know, like right here, anything under 10% I will cut off, right? So all my you change this to purchases. And it's gonna give you both gender and age demographics. So what's my bigger demographics here? 45 to 64, okay? So 35 to 44, so you can do, I would run 35 to 65 plus and get rid of 25 to 34. That's another way to get rid of it. Another way you can look at, it's your locations here. So look at your region. You know, that's one way to look at it. So you can look at your regions. It's gonna tell you, you know, where most of your sales are coming from. And right now it's at reach. Why is this taking so long to load? So we'll do purchases. And it's going to show you the states that are selling the most. And you can see this in your breakdown inside the ad account, but it's sometimes a little bit easier to actually look at it in here just to get a bird's eye view. So you can see here, Europe is coming up, but we want to look at the United States because that's our main demographic. So you can see Arizona, California, Texas, and Oregon. No, it's not. No, it's Washington, right? Oh my God, I look like an idiot. Yeah, Washington. You can see those are best performing states. So you can create an ad set just for each individual state. So this is how I trim out the fat. This is how you can squeeze the most out of your campaigns and keep that return ad spend as high as you can, because there's no point of running ad sets, a bunch of ad sets throughout all day or cutting them off early if your ROAS is only going to be 1.5. Why do that when you can run them at certain times of the day that are the most productive and get 4, 5, 6, 7, or 9 ROAS back? That's how you squeeze the most out of your campaigns and how do you maximize performance for roles. Guys, if you like that video, make sure to hit one of these boxes right above me. Move on to the next video. Keep learning. Take your Facebook ads game to the next level. And I'll see you in the next video.